Let's do this. Pelicans and Suns, and we're underway. Davis from Holiday, dunks. Davis back up and scores. Top of the rim, alley-oop.
Let AD be AD.
Blocks a layup. Out class step for Anthony Davis. He's got 53 and his sweet 6th in a row.
Anthony Davis scored 53 last night in the Pelican win, and we're joined now by FS1 NBA analyst Stephen Jackson. Welcome, Stephen.
Thank you.
So, how good is he?
Athletic Tim Duncan.
Ooh, that's a mouthful you just spat out.
Exactly. I always say this. Him and Boogie together, it was scary because it was a more athletic version of Tim Duncan and Dave. I played with Dave and Tim. David Robinson last year was able to win the championship. And I seen how they dominated the paint, the whole season. We won 62 games, I think, that year. The way these two dominate the paint, I was actually at the game, too, when Boogie got hurt. Because I was down there for his weekend. And these two guys are so dominant. They can score one of these. They can take turns and score every play. They get every rebound, and I wanted to see how far they could go together in the playoffs. I wanted Boogie to be healthy because they both were having MVP years.
Right.
Now that Boogie's out the picture now, AD's going back to the player he was before Boogie came. And the thing about it now is, I think he's more confident in himself. The numbers he's putting up are MVP numbers. The only thing now is to see if he can carry this team to the playoffs and keep a 6, 7, 8 spot without Boogie. That's the question. I think he can do it. The numbers he's putting up now, the ways everybody else is stepping up in Boogie's absence, I think they got a good chance of making the playoffs.
He's special. And then, okay, you go 1, 2, you say LeBron, KD, and then you go Steph, Harden, Russ, AD. I think they're very – but here's the thing what's so amazing about him. Skip, he's 2 weeks away from his 25th birthday. Dude's not even 25. So you got another, in his prime, another 5 to 8 years in his absolute prime.
Scary.
Of doing this. And look, I had me and my researcher, we was, crunching numbers.
Well.
Yeah, Jordan didn't win a playoff series till his 4th year. So everybody keep talking about, Jordan, he came in the league, he just started winning right away.
Right.
None in the house of Matumbo. He did not start winning right away, Skip Bayless. And just because Anthony Davis has not won a playoff series, that doesn't take away from his greatness, because I believe 2 things can be true. He can be a great, great player and his team not be very good. But now with the way he's playing and putting up these numbers, you said something, Stack, that he has his confidence. His confidence, he's like, you know what? I'm going to do like Russ. Russ last year won the MVP, shooting 40 times a game. If that's what it's going to take for us to win, I'm going to do it. Because he knows he can't see. He's very unselfish. He had Boogie. They could play off one another. Now he doesn't have Boogie. He knows he's the de facto number 1 and the number 2 option. Holiday, you still number 3, but I'm 1 and 2. So I'm going to get up these 27 shots tonight. So that's what it's going to take for us to win. He's going to be in the MVP discussion. He's played himself back into that, Skip. He's a special talent. I will take him over Giannis. He's right there. He and Russ, 5, 6, whichever one you like. But Skip, I don't know what there is. I don't know what there's not to like about him, because he plays offense and defense. And he went and got 59 and 22 years ago against Andre Drummond. He got 53 and 18 last night against the Suns. You say Suns, nobody. But
they've lost 10 in a row and 15 out of 16. But
even I had a
it's
triple-double against the Suns. So Suns terrible.
Hold Stack. I'm glad you said that. Because every time when we start talking about Lonzo Ball, Joy, can you tell the stat that he brings up? Lonzo Ball had 29.
Can you tell everyone what he brings up every time I bring up Phoenix? How horrible Phoenix is, and Lonzo went 29, 11, and 9 against the Phoenix Suns. So now when you need it to work in your favor, all the Suns are pretty good.
I said he got 53 and 18 against them, but he did get 59 and 20 against Drummond.
Okay.
And Drummond is an all-star. He ain't nothing to sneeze at.
So I want to go back to my friend Stephen Jackson, former San Antonio Spur, who played alongside David Robinson and especially alongside the great Tim Duncan, the greatest, whatever you want to call him. He's just the greatest ever. He was, for years and years, the unquestionable leader of that franchise. Even beyond Greg Popovich, it was Tim Duncan who led everybody in the right direction. Am I right about that?
There's no
He
Greg
was
Popovich without Tim Duncan.
the quiet rock of that franchise. Not that vocal, but when something needed to get done in that locker room, did Timmy not get it done in that locker room?
Exactly.
So his rub-off effect on the rest of the team was extraordinary, because you can make a case he's one of the greatest winners in the history of the NBA.
No question.
Just winning intangibles.
Didn't he win 50 games every year he's been
Yeah,
in the NBA?
yeah.
Playoffs, yep.
So not as athletic as Anthony Davis, but just in star power, whatever that power is, whatever that charisma is, the leadership intangibles. It's hard to define what it is, but it really worked in huge dividends for the Spurs over a long period of time. So far, I see Anthony Davis as statistically special, off the charts. I don't know if we've ever seen anything quite like all these kind of numbers, throwing the blocks in with all the points and the rebounds. But it hasn't yet translated into winning yet. Not like this, not like Tim Duncan. So if you put him in the same sentence, you say he's even more athletic. Does he have that it factor that rubs off on the rest of the team? Has he had as much help as Duncan had in San Antonio early on? Nope, he has not.
What if Pop coached Anthony Davis?
I was just about to say.
Maybe. I don't know. But that coach who's sitting on that bench right now, Pop's got a lot of respect for him, but I do too.
Yeah.
And I've known him for a long time, and he's pretty good at what he does. And yet Anthony Davis is the only first overall pick in the history of this league who's never won a playoff game. He's never won one. He's made the playoffs one time in 5 years. This is his 6th season. And he ran into the Golden State Warriors. They weren't quite the Warriors we knew yet. They were on their way to getting there. And Anthony and company, his Pelicans, got swept.
But Skip, how in the hell Kwame Brown and Michael Olowokandi, they were like bench players, and they happened to win playoff series. They weren't in the starting lineup winning playoff series. And let me ask you this. If you put Anthony Davis in San Antonio with Kawhi and Pop, you don't think they win the title?
They had a great chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to know who the leader of that team would be, because Kawhi has not shown me yet to have leadership intangibles to carry the whole franchise. Not yet.
Right.
Not yet. And I'm not sure Anthony has it either. And if I just look at, again, your man is LeBron James, and you can say this is an unfair comparison, but it's not statistically. Anthony is on LeBron's level statistically.
Oh, yeah.
He's putting up those kinds of numbers.
Yeah.
He's putting up that kind of player efficiency rating, PER, year after year. He's been 6th, an average of 6th in his first 5 seasons. That's extraordinary. So he's a top 6 player. And yet, LeBron James, through the first 5 years, with no help in Cleveland, had won 26 playoff games to 0 for Anthony. 26 to 0. And LeBron, through his first 5.5 seasons, was 67 games over 500, and Anthony's teams are 35 under 500. And I'm saying, okay, just show me something. Rub off on your teammates. Because you know and I know, basketball is the one game, because you can only play 5 at a time, when if you have that one guy, he'll make huge difference. Yeah. He'll make you at least a mediocre playoff team right away. Right. And we haven't yet seen that from Anthony. Maybe we will now.
I think the thing is, Skip, is that he's different than LeBron. LeBron is more like Magic, and Magic could get everybody else involved, so can LeBron. It's hard for a big guy to be that brand of a basketball player. Normally the offense runs through him. He's not a high assist guy. He had 3 assists, 2 or 3 assists last night. So not a whole lot of other people are getting involved. Magic was getting he was averaging, he averaged like 8 assists his rookie year, and then he went 11, 12, 13. So he's getting other people involved.
And arguably, Tim Duncan was the greatest big man passer I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like it before, and it got everybody involved, and it made everybody better.
But here's the thing, Skip. He had that growth spurt, so he's just now learning how to play with his back to the basket. I believe he's a better face-to-basket guy than Tim Duncan.
Yep.
Tim Duncan is a better back-to-the-basket player than he was. But once he gets this down, because remember, he had that 6-inch growth spurt. He was a guard. So he's learning how to play. Skip, the guy can step out faster.
He can. It's unbelievable.
And the thing about him is what Tim had was Pop coached a lot through Tim. You know, when a lot of players, when he couldn't feel like he couldn't get on players, he got on Tim. And once Tim took it, that showed that everybody else can take it. And that was the leadership that Tim took upon himself to let Pop coach through him. And that's how the team, you know, everybody else was able to buy in. But Anthony Davis, I think this year his attitude is different. You know, I talked to him the night that Boogie went down, and I saw it on his face, a face that I'd never seen on him. He's focused.
Right.
He's locked in on getting this team to the playoffs and not letting the season go to waste because Boogie went down. I think he's going to get it done.
And
Get it done.
As far as getting them to the playoffs.
Okay, get them to
as
the
far as
playoffs.
getting them to the playoffs.
Could they win a first? I guess it depends.
Nah,
who they draw, but
I don't think they can win a first round. Okay. Even though Rondo's stepping up and playing better,
He is.
Holiday's playing better.
Yeah.
I still don't think they have enough to.
Okay,
to
just
win
remember, with Cousins, they were those two together, those two powerhouse towers. They were 27 and 21, so they're 6 games over 500. They weren't dominating the league. Now, did they have the potentials? They started to figure out how to play together. Would they have been a tough out in the first? Yeah, I guess so, but I need to see something.
7-game series, you don't want to play against them two guys in 7-game
But
series.
the thing where people are like, okay, y'all get y'all 70 and 30, but ain't nobody else going to do anything. So now you losing the game 100 to 115 because you can't stop them. They're going to go on the floor, and no matter who they play, they got two of the top 5 players on the court, no matter who they play.
Right.
Drew Holiday has been an all-star. I think just once. But he was an all-star.
Last 3 weeks, he's been stepping up.
Yeah.
He's played unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that guy right there, Skip, he's 2 weeks from his 25th birthday.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, and unlike LeBron, he can actually make free throws. Well,
The dude went to the free throw line 27 times.
right?
And you know why I take him over Greek Freak?
Yeah.
Because he got a 3-ball. He can shoot. He can shoot.
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he can handle.
I'm taking him. That's why we won it. You see Team Bron? We went KD because we knew Steph Curry was going to take Greek Freak. And we got away. It was over.
So is all this just you campaigning to get Anthony Davis to Cleveland? Is that how?
It's over. It ain't happening.
Stacks. It ain't happening.
It'll be over.
It'll be over.
It'll be over.
It ain't happening.
If LeBron got with that, all the vibranium in the world couldn't save
the
you.
NBA like it's fantasy basketball.
Hey, Dan Gilbert got money. We give you $100 million for Anthony Davis.
I got to keep LeBron first.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If Dan can tell him Anthony Davis,
He's staying, no question.
He's building a new house.
We'll see more of Anthony Davis against your Spurs on Wednesday night.
Ooh,
Back later in the show.
That's trouble.
Should the Browns take a running back with the first pick? Reggie Bush answers that question next.
He gonna cook Lamar.